Welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa, and today we're going to be going over my August monthly wrap-up. So in August, I read 4 books total, which is so exciting. Again, I had a lot going on. That's usually 4 books is what I aim to achieve every month, which is a great amount for me. It's a book a month, it's a book a week, and I like to enjoy it. I do work. I wish I had just got paid to read books because that would be phenomenal, but alas, not today. I moved this month, so I was a little busy. I feel like I could have probably read a little bit more, but again, it was a busy month. August was a busy month. It also felt like a really long month, and it's also really, really hot in here. So we're gonna hurry and do this before my camera overheats, as well as me. I have my lovely reading journal from Kunitsuko that I ordered, and I've been loving it. The first book that I read this month was Waiting for the Night Song. I couldn't even remember the title. Waiting for the Night Song by Julie Carrick Dalton. Love the cover. This cover is absolutely stunning. If you watched my library video where I showed you how I set up and organized and everything, I was talking about this book. So it's a thriller. Unfortunately, it was not very thrilling. I'm a scaredy cat, so I don't really like scary thrillers, but I seem to be able to handle them pretty well. There was so many different plot points, and it was hard to focus on just one, and I feel like the one that they talked about the most was not part of a thriller. It's about Katie Kessler. She and her best friend witnessed a murder, which you find out right away. Witnessed a murder when they were kids, and they didn't turn the person in. They didn't do anything. They were scared, and it's been kind of haunting them throughout their life. And unfortunately, Daniela's father was the last known person to see the man that was murdered. And so he is being investigated, and he's also, new evidence has come up, and he's being investigated for that. I love the cover. I love it so much. It's so beautiful, but I was kind of disappointed. It was also aggressively on sale. I ended up listening to the audiobook just to finish it because I just couldn't get through reading it, which is so sad. But yeah, it was fine. It just wasn't that exciting. The next book I read was A Court of Wings and Ruin. I almost said Rings and Wooin. Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and it is the third in the ACOTAR series. So I won't give too much away. I really loved ACOTAR, and I really, really loved the second one, and I really loved the third one. The second one is definitely still my favorite, but I really did enjoy this. This third one is a lot more action-packed. There's a lot more battle scenes, and it's very go, go, go. But I just really love the found family, the developing relationships, the communication. I just love it. I just love it. And the ending, oh my gosh, I was crying. If you follow me on Instagram, I was just sobbing. I was crying so hard. Things kept happening, and I just kept crying, and I wanted to get through it so I could get to like a happier portion, and I just couldn't see through my tears. So I really loved this one. And also, like, I love this color cover. It's so stunning to me. If you haven't started the ACOTAR series, I don't know which craft you're under, because I couldn't resist. So I'm glad I finally picked it up, and I can't wait to finish the rest of the series, even though I know the second one will probably still be my favorite forever and always. Next up is the On Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. I did a whole reading vlog on this, so if you want to check that out, feel free. I thought it was super cute. I tabbed it. Very funny, great banter. It's a really fun read, and there is a lot underplayed in here, just breaking out of expectations as well as pressures, and finding out who you are and what you want in life, as well as communication. It's so important to communicate feelings and make sure that there's no misunderstandings. I really did love the On Honeymooners. Some tropes in here. Forced proximity, one bed trope, enemies to lovers. Super fun, super cute. Olive is a twin. Her sister is getting married. At the wedding, there's a seafood buffet. Everybody gets sick besides Olive and Ethan. And Ethan is Olive's arch nemesis, also known as the groom's brother. And they have not liked each other since the moment they met. And Olive's sister wants her to go on their honeymoon, essentially, with Ethan because it's non-refundable and she wants somebody to enjoy it. There's no way that they can reschedule or get it back. So she's just like, go in my place, I'll give you my ID, blah, blah, blah. And then they meet a few people out there that they know that are important people and things just keep happening. That keeps putting Ethan and Olive together. And like I said, their banter is magnifique, is wonderful. Also, like, their home state is Minnesota and it's very close to, it's in the Twin Cities, which is fantastic because I know where things are and that makes me so happy. And they also mention the state fair and the cheese curds, which, oh, the cheese curds, the mousetrap cheese curds are phenomenal. So great. So if you ever go to the Minnesota State Fair, get the mousetrap cheese curds and Sweet Martha's cookies and the corn on the cob. It's corn! It's really got the juice, that's for sure. Okay, there we go. The last book that I read this month was The Flat Chair by Beth O'Leary. I checked this out from my library, hence the shiny cover and the library tag right there. It is dual point of view between this girl Tiffy and Leon, and Tiffy is a book editor working at a DIY company, so she does a lot of like knitting books and just a bunch of other stuff like that. Leon is a palliative care nurse, so he works at a hospice, making people comfortable and cared for while they're going through some hard stuff. And he mainly works night shifts. So he is looking to earn some extra cash. Tiffy is looking for a place to stay because she has an ex-boyfriend who is a narcissist, essentially, and he gaslights her, and pretty much it's a very toxic relationship, and she's been staying with him and things happen and she needs to move out. And Leon has an ad on Craigslist or something and she finds it and they apply. The only catch is, so they share the flat together. The only catch is they also have to share the same bed, but just at different times because they're on alternating schedules. So while Tiffy is away at work in the mornings, afternoons, Leon is in the apartment sleeping. And then while Leon is at work at night, Tiffy gets to go back and sleep and do all the things in the apartment. So it works out really well. With that being said, it is forced proximity kind of, as well as one bed trope kind of, and it's kind of a friends to lovers. They write all these really cute notes to each other and get to know each other that way, which is adorable, and they have great banter through those notes and they look forward to seeing each other, and it's so freaking cute. I really, really loved this book. And it's so funny that because the writing styles between the two point of views, I mean, Beth O'Leary did a great job because Tiffy's is very like wordy and flowery, whereas Leon's is very cut and dry. You can tell who is speaking, and it's really cool to kind of see that writing style between the two POVs. And you also see how they start to kind of morph their styles together. So Tiffy becomes a little less descriptive, whereas Leon becomes more descriptive and wordy, if you will, which is so great. It also explores healing after a toxic relationship from being gaslit in that process. So trigger warning for that. It does play a very big role in it, and that PTSD that can occur from having a ex or current significant other that has caused those kind of emotional abuse and emotional damage. It's so great, like the found family in here, just the support and the friendships in this book are so wonderful, and it just makes you want to give your closest friends the biggest hug and just chat. Whereas my best friend is currently in Greece and I didn't know, even though she said she told me, which I feel like that is something I remember. But regardless, I do miss her and would love to give her a hug. It's a very mix of cute, fun, fuzzy feelings with important topics. All right, these are the 4 books that I read this month. Let me know what books you read, or if you've read any of these ones and what you thought. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos so you don't miss any, because I typically upload them early in the morning so they may get buried down. Feel free to. With that being said, respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks. Bye.